You being here in America, you want to get yourself exposure to a new audience, new fans. What are you going to do exactly now moving forward in the future?
We don't know, man. We just exploring our options and seeing what's what. We have a great relationship at home with Matchroom and Sky Sports, but we need to break in the American market. So there's lots of big American TV broadcasters. So the options, there's a lot of options. Like it's a level playing field at the minute. So let's see what happens. I'm not saying I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. We're just seeing what's what.
Were you happy with the way you fought in your last fight?
Yeah, for me the fight was a bit of a strange one because I was working and things and I was trying to work on my composure, be composed. Because the first fight I got into a duel with him and then it was a 50-50 fight. He would go, I go, he go. I thought
That means like a brawl, right? Because a lot of the words from England, they sound so foreign to me. Yeah, so I don't half the time. Sometimes I don't know. Like when I went over there, I could not understand anybody.
It was a trade-off. He throw 4 punches, I throw 6. He throws 2, I throw 4. And that's how I beat him. And I start pointing. So but this time I thought, you know what? I'm going to control it. I'm going to do what I want to do. Remain composed. Hit him, tie him up, control him, let him miss. Take my time. Because even the first round, I cracked him and he was hurt. But I knew I could have gone in for the finish, but it wouldn't have been a good knockout. It would have been a TKO stoppage raise like that. And I said the whole build-up, I will knock you spark out. I'm not going to TKO you. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to make you bleed. And I will knock you. And I did exactly that. He was bleeding. He got hurt loads of time in the fight. And then when the knockout came, I couldn't have asked for a better knockout. He won me knockout of the year.
It was a spectacular way to finish off the year. In this new year, 2019, there's a lot of opportunities for you. But we were all thinking over here in the States that you were the front runner to face Anthony Joshua. What's going on with that?
I was thinking that too, man. But clearly they prefer easier work, and they like to Baby Miller. But again, it's a business. Easy work is easy work. I would never turn on easy work. Easy work is easy work. What danger does Miller bring to a fight apart from tripping on him and crushing him? That's the only danger he brings. Or maybe
You don't think he has a very nice physique there?
no, he might collapse the floorboard under the ring. Actually that might fight end up in this DQ. Miller collapsed the floorboard.
The Big Show, like, did you ever watch wrestling? But yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He's a decent fighter. But let's be honest. He's not powerful at all. He's got he's got a good work rate, but that's about it. Someone like that, that's a fight where you think, okay, I'm waiting for a mandatory. However, easy defense. It's fairly lucrative. It's not a big fight. It won't get much interest, but it's an undefeated fight. You got to look at the landscape and pick guys off and you think, oh, he's undefeated. Yeah, people will be upset, but they won't cry too much about it. Or you think, oh, I fight Dillian Whyte, he can get into my head. He's a hard fighter, he's tough and he's motivated. And against me, he will die in the ring. What, you're going to take easy money, ain't you? I don't think none of these guys want to fight me unless I'm mandatory, it seems like.
Did they tell you specifically why? I know they sent you an offer and I saw something that it was less than the first fight. Do you think that was, I don't want to say on purpose, but why do you think it happened the way it did?
In life you got to check the boxes. If you don't really want to fight, if you want to fight, you know me, I know the numbers, I know the business, I know the TV deal, the infrastructure. I am my own manager, so I know everything, I see everything, I understand everything. I know what revenue you're generated in these fights. So if you're going to come to me, you have to come to me properly. I know my value, I know what I bring. I probably bring more to the fight than what his last 2 opponents bring to the fight, So just be fair, man. There's top 4 fighters in the world, and I'm one of them. Let's be fair. Let's do this properly. It's a massive risk. I can knock him out. He can knock me out. So you got to pay people what they're worth. If you want to fight Deontay Wilder, you're offering him stupid money. You want to fight Adam Fury, you're offering stupid money. To get the big fights, you're going to have to pay. Simple as that, And he just needs to be realistic. That's all. Be realistic, man.
Fans over here would say, look, this seems to be an occurring thing with Joshua in terms of what we saw over here with the Wilder situation.
$50 million. I'll fight Wilder tomorrow even though I'm not in shape. $50 million. I'll take off my shirt now and go a couple of rounds with him. And I will give him hell for as long as my fitness held up. If it's 1 round, 2 round, I will go and I will give him hell. But I'm a fighter. Joshua is a boxer. He's a good athlete, you know. I'm a fighter, a boxer as well, but firstly, I'm a fighter, you know.
Is he avoiding fights to make money in the business and waiting for them to get bigger, or
He's just trying to make money, you know what I mean? I get it. Why take risks if you're not getting paid? I get it, you know what I mean? If you want to maximize, but you know, you want to maximize and get as much money as he can get. I get it, man. It's a business, you know. That's the same way. Oh, I want to negotiate a good deal for myself. The same thing he's trying to do. So he needs to understand that that's two-way street. You can't just get a good deal for yourself and expect the other guys to get a rubbish deal. You know, it's a business. You can't say it's a business, and then when I'm telling to you it's a business, make me a proper offer, and you're saying, oh, well, I should just take the fight. Doesn't make no sense. It's a bit what? Because you're the great Antonio Joshua. It's a business for you, but it's not business for me. He needs to wake up.
so? Where does this leave you now in terms of opponents and potential matchups?
I mean, Brazil's making some noise. If he wants it, then he can have it. You know, he's making some nice, a good fight. I think the WBC should order me and him to fight an eliminator for the WBC interim title, and that will sort their problem.
With the Wilder Fury situation, who would you see win, and what happens in the rematch in your opinion?
Oh, man, that's a great fight. I thought Fury won the first fight by 2 rounds. Even with the knockdown, I thought he done enough and he outboxed Wilder. I think that the rematch is going to be a very different fight because Wilder's going to take a lot from it and Fury's going to take a lot. Fury's going to think, well, your power is not all that. I felt it and I got up. And Wilder's going to think, oh, all I need to do is touch you a couple of times with the chin and you'll go over. But Fury, he knows I can outbox Wilder all day long. And the funny thing is, for me, Fury's not a puncher and he was hurting Deontay Wilder a lot in the fight. That's worrying. He hurt Deontay Wilder with a jab a couple of times, you know. And Wilder should have steamrolled him. He's rusty. Fury haven't fought in 3 years. You know, he fought 2 cabbage and then come off at Wilder. Wilder should have rushed him. If you know you're not a boxer and you got power, use your power.
So in the rematch, is it anything different? Do you give the nod to one or the other?
I think the rematch is going to be so cagey, man. You know, sometimes these rematches, they can just be, they just suck. I think this was going to happen because Wilder's going to try to box and Fury's going to be boxing and it's not going to work out. Because Wilder's going to think, oh, let me show people that I got boxing skills, and then that's what Fury knows that there's a boxing to be awkward, you know. It might be like Fury versus Klitschko all over again.
For you, do you feel that you don't get your just dues in the heavyweight division overall with the skills and technicality that you bring in?
I don't really care, man. As long as people is talking about me, I don't really care. As long as I'm progressing and people is talking about me, I don't care. People can listen. I don't care what people say or think about me or what credit they give me. You know, in years from now, they look at my record, they're going to say win, 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 good fighters, win. I don't care, man. You know, I don't care. As long as I finish, I'm in a good place. I won titles, and I'm well off after. Then I don't care. I don't care.
So when you're coming back, do you have a certain time frame that you want to return?
End of April, early May. Let's see what happens. You know, we got a lot of things to talk about and to discuss. So let's see what happens.
Dillian, I like you, man. Good chat. Thank you so much, and welcome to the United States. Welcome to Las Vegas. Appreciate the chat here with Dillian Whyte, Marcos Viegas for Fight Up TV.